All right, lovely people. I am so happy and I'm tickled pink to be here with Carolyn Nichol. She is an amazing person. I met her years ago at an expo, a health expo that was in Toronto, Canada. And I was blown away by the simple recipes that she made that were so delicious. I had to line up twice to get a second serving. And so this lady is a nutritionist and she's got a lot of things under her belt. She has a business called Energy Shack Juice Bar. And we're going to hear so much about health, and I'm just excited. Welcome.
Thank you, Angie. I'm actually quite blessed to be here and honored on your podcast. And I love the audience. I love what you do. And I'm glad to just be a part of it today and hopefully more in the future as we work together.
Yes, absolutely. I would love to hear more about what you have to say. I'm kind of curious to find out, how did you start getting involved in nutrition?
Oh, that's a great question. So first of all, for those who don't know, I am a certified holistic nutritionist, and I've been practicing for more than a decade. So as Angie said, we have a brick and mortar, a retail front in Scarborough, where we actually sell cold pressed juices, do tonics, and then myself with a team of trained nutritionists, we take people on a 30, 60-day journey of reversing their health issues naturally. We don't sell supplements. We use our cold pressed juices, our tonics, and just teaching people lifestyle medicine. And we do that through phone and Zoom conversations, in person, live at our retreats. We do medical missionary training. So there's a huge gamut of what we.
The services you have with the counseling, the spiritual health as well, which is fascinating because not a lot of people do spiritual health. So the services you provide, all the juices, I've tasted your juice, it was delicious. And the detoxes, I have yet to do that. But it's good to know that you do such a wide gamut of products that are all healthy. The fact that you even do salad dressings, I was surprised when I went on your website. It's like, she does salad dressings? I gotta
Yeah,
try one of
we
those.
have to, because Angie, we use the New Start program. So we use the 8 laws of health as our base. And I can't have somebody eating a salad and putting a dressing that's store-bought or made with vinegar. So although I'm giving you the recipe, some people just, they're not going to make it. So that's really key, because salads are actually the most healing component on our program. And if you don't have a good, healthy dressing, most people are not going to eat their salad.
Yeah.
I'm a Seventh-day Adventist today, but I wasn't born or raised in the church at all. My mom grew us up in a Baptist church, and my father, he's Palestinian, and we grew up in a Greek Orthodox religion. But I do have like some memories of in the Baptist church in my early years of just somehow making a connection with God. And so even though we didn't really go to church on any regular basis past the age of 6, I was always talking with God. And so that kind of fast forwards me to being 16 and lots of temptations with, what the teenagers were doing at the
Oh,
time, drinking, smoking weed, and all of that. And my conscience was just searing me. On top of that, the truth is, although I was a reasonably healthy teenager, I did suffer with hormone imbalances, tummy aches all the time, swollen glands chronically, constant headaches. And it was just like, a doctor visit after doctor visit, and she'll grow out of it. So that being said, is that one day on the way, I decided to join a church on my own,
yeah.
a Methodist church that was behind my house. So I went there regularly. And one day, after 2 nights back to back of clubbing, I just said, God, I want to do your will. I just want to know truth. If you can just find me truth, lead me to truth, I'll follow it. And it was that Sunday in my church that the pastor preached about Mary Magdalene seeing Jesus at the tomb on the first day of the week, and my Bible said Sunday. So I talked to him after. I said, is Sunday the first day of the week? Because that's not the Sabbath. I thought I was going to church on the Sabbath. He said, no, we celebrate the resurrection. We don't observe the Sabbath. I said, oh, but it's a commandment. He said, oh no, the commandments are nailed to the cross. I said, so it's okay for me to murder you right now. And he's like, well, some of the commandments, but the Sabbath is not important. So I went on this journey to find the Sabbath. And I had a friend at high school that went to a church that seemed not cultish. They just went on Saturdays. So that was actually my first introduction. And I'm still at that church today. But while I was there in that first year, Thomas Jackson came up from the US, and he runs his own healthcare practice in the US. And he started teaching these 8 laws of health. And I was just this sponge for truth at this point in my life.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? No white bread, no meat, no dairy, like bologna, cupcakes, white bread, like that's the staple of my diet.
Okay.
So I was just like, and I was like, my mom's British. I was drinking tea like, 5, 6 cups a day.
Wow.
So this was revolutionary to my mind, but I was so convinced it was truth.
Right.
And so I go home and tell my parents, like, I'm never eating meat again, no more coffee, no more tea, no more dairy. I don't want milk, I don't want cheese. And they're like, you're gonna die. Like, what's left? What are you gonna eat? So, I started that journey. I was 17 and I was just like, I can cook for myself. I'll make this food.
Yeah.
And I worked at McDonald's, so I had to like figure out how to not eat while I was working. And so it was a journey, but by the time I hit 20, I was just like, when's the last time I was sick? No more headaches, no more stomach aches. I just noticed that my own health was changing. And so I was married at 24 and I was just convinced. I went to every health seminar and cooking class the church could offer. I was just absorbing all this information.
You
And
were
I was
hungry.
determined to just lead my family through these laws of health also. And of course, the truths that I know to be true from the Bible. And so that's really how I got started.
Wow. That, I mean, sounds like you were just hungry and thirsty, right?
Yeah, for truth.
For truth and for health, and what a journey that is. I find it fascinating that you didn't have any symptoms at all. You didn't need to take pills, you didn't need to go to the doctor, you didn't need any medicine, which is what the doctors love to do. Just throw your pill, throw your pill. And I'm so glad that your testimony of health the natural way is so important. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, well, if there's one thing that I learned, especially now I'm this young mom, I'm raising these kids, and I'm learning that, I relieved all my symptoms just by changing my diet. So, you have these young babies and all of a sudden they have like nasal congestion, or as they get older, they're having fevers, flu symptoms. And I'm just like, there's got to be remedies. I don't want to give them the Tylenol. I don't want to give them the cough syrup.
Right.
So I start, looking through all these books and going through these, all this information that I have. And honestly, I've not had to give my kids antibiotics their entire life. I mean, they're teenagers. And I remember my daughter she was about 17 and she's like, Mom, I think our cousin's doing drugs. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because he stayed with us for a couple days. And she's like, I keep seeing him pop these pills. And he just come out of surgery. And I go and I look and I talk to him about it. And it's just Advil. Like they didn't even know what that looked like at this point. And they're like teenagers because I just never medicated them. We always found a natural remedy. So I learned really like hands-on that there is a place for Western medicine for sure. I've cut my finger. I've needed stitches in the middle of the night. There's no question about it. But as far as our symptoms, we're just so easy to grab something over the counter instead of saying, well, did you drink enough water? Is that maybe why you have a headache? Did you get enough sleep last night? What did you eat? Are you fighting this cold? Let's support your immune system rather than suppressing it with a cough syrup. So those are some of the principles that I learned just with my own family. And because it was working so well, I was just like, listen, the whole world needs to know this,
Absolutely. And you're so right because it's we have such a plethora of information on health, but yet people are still slow to adopt and change their lifestyle. I'm fascinated that you started at 17. Wow, I wish I had done that. I kind of bit late in life, but it's fascinating that we don't do enough detoxes. My older sister, she just loves to do detoxes, cold pressed juices. I had to train my daughter to do smoothies and juices. Now she loves spinach and kale. She didn't love it before, right? These are so important to have these natural remedies. And I would love to have you come again to teach us how to do these natural remedies. So, who do you help the most? And what are the kind of people that are coming to your clinics, to your sessions and all that? How are you helping people?
Yeah, thank you for asking because I love to answer that question because I want to give people listening hope. So for the last 10 years, and we do have the office in Scarborough where people actually come to our clinic. We're actually expanding our footprint, so we'll even have more clinics over the next couple of months even. But I work with people all over the world. I currently have a client in Brazil. I have one in Africa. As long as I can talk to you, I can help you. So with that being said, is that we definitely deal with the top four diseases. So diabetes is huge. We have a full diabetic program, type 1 and type 2. Although I can't reverse type 1, I can help you become less insulin dependent. But type 2 diabetes, we're reversing it all the time. High blood pressure, cholesterol. We're working with cancer patients that want to go naturally or want some help while they're doing some therapies, Western medicine therapies, conventional therapies, and natural. Arthritis, joint pain, digestion issues, acid reflux, gas, bloating, diverticulitis, Crohn's. We work with a lot of people that have asthma, autoimmune disease, thyroid, really, so I'm sure there's diseases I haven't seen, but there really hasn't been anybody that has come through our program that didn't leave better than we found them. I mean, we are helping every day naturally bring blood sugar down, blood pressure down, cholesterol down. Most of our clients have to, through doctor's orders, come off their medication. Weight loss is huge, weight gain. So we just help put your body back into balance. And yes, the detox plays an important role, natural remedies, but between your detoxes, how you're eating, living, what time you're sleeping, your stress level, that's what we help you navigate through. But fasting is extremely healing. And for the most part, because there's some clients that can't fast, but for the most part, we do make our detoxes and our juices part of that process.
So tell me more about the juices. Like it's a juice fasting program, and tell me more about that.
Yes, so we do cold pressed organic juices. I have a big industrial juicing machine, and we do it ourselves in-house. And basically, we never mix fruits and vegetables. So very unique than anywhere in the world. None of our juices will contain vegetables plus an apple or pineapple or orange. We want you to drink your vegetables if you're going to do a fast. So you could simply fast by going on water for a couple days. I don't recommend long periods of water fasting. But if you're going to do our fast or a detox through us, and I use those two words interchangeably because you are fasting on our juices and it creates a detoxifying effect in your body. So you'll hear me say cleanse, detox, fasting. It's all the same thing. We do a 2-day, a 3-day, a 5-day, and we have longer 7 and 10 days. So we have like our house blend where you drink a juice for breakfast, one for lunch, and one for dinner, cold press, organic. So they keep for like 4 or 5 days without losing the nutrient value. This is not your average juicer at home. You have to make it and drink it.
Right.
Ours keep for a much longer shelf life. And so with that being said, you're just having water or herbal tea in between. There's no food. And when you pass 24 hours of fasting on such a low caloric deficit, your body is forced to use fat as fuel. And although that's great for weight loss, the best part is toxins that don't get to go out through your liver are stored in your fat cells. So after day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, you're actually losing toxins. And because our juices are so nutrient dense, you're having all of these nutrients, antioxidants, phytochemicals go through your body and heal the liver, heal the kidney. We have customized ones because people have kidney disorders. They can't have high potassium juices, which is all the green vegetables. So we customize for that. We have liver cleanses, inflammation ones, things that target different areas as well. So yeah, we really, honestly, we've thought of it all almost pretty much. And it's all under one roof. Get your juices, your nutritionist will call you, here's your remedies. You do have to cook the food, but we will give you the recipes and they're very simplistic.
Well, that's exciting because I'm about to have one right now. I really would like
Yeah, there you go.
to just come right over and say, give me a juice fast. So, okay, so once the juice fast is over, is there a recommended meal plan for them? Like, do they just go back to their French fries and chips? Like, how do you, how do you navigate the next phase?
Yeah, so that's extremely important because you don't want to go from 2, 3, or 5 days of juicing and even jump into what might seem like a healthy oatmeal. So I always recommend if someone can afford it, and I will put this as, today is October 2024. So until October 2025, all of your clients can get a $49 consultation instead of a $110 one. Okay, so doesn't matter how many times this plays until October 2025, a full year of more than half price consultation. So I do recommend that if they can afford it, they should talk to me first because some of our juices might not be healing for you, number one, and how you break the fast is important. So you can walk off the street and just get a detox. You'll have instructions on how to break the fast. We generally recommend that at least 50% of your detox is done in raw. So that means if you were fasting for 3 days, about 2 days is done with just fruit and salad meals. Break your body back into eating. Don't jump into even the healthy oatmeal or cooked sweet potatoes. Those are healthy. Your body's not ready to digest cooked food. That takes a lot of enzyme action. That's number one. And number two, we promote a plant-based diet. We promote also a wheat-free diet. So we're also in with the gluten-free bakery, where our place is, and I do recommend that for at least 30 days after you've done your detox, you've broken your fast, you move to eating along the 8 laws of health. So this means that you're going to have a big breakfast, a good lunch, and avoid dinner. So breakfast should look like fruits plus a healthy plant-based breakfast item, no snacking, just water. At lunchtime, a nice big salad with a healthy dressing, no vinegars or store-bought, and then your plant-based cooked meal, avoiding artificial meats, imitation burgers. Avoid your meat for a while. If you don't want to give up your chicken, your fish, your eggs forever, try 30 days without it. And I highly recommend, Angie, that every single person, unless of course you don't have the health for fasting, but every single person should fast for at least 2 or 3 days a month. I do it every week. In fact, today's a no food day for me.
Yeah,
It's so important. Fasting is so healing, but we need to take breaks regularly from eating. We've got to give our digestive organs a break.
right, exactly. Like I'm doing a special 40-day fast. I actually eat at 3. I break it at 3. But I think what I might do is I might flip it and eat in the morning and
It's best to flip.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah, and you want to go minimum 24 hours when you're fasting. So it's very important that, in fact, 24 hours doesn't create a detox. You have to go past 24 hours. So that's why I recommend no food at all for 2 or 3 days every month. And yes, it is important. The world will tell you intermittent fasting, start at noon and, big meal at noon, another meal at 8, but then we sleep on the food. Like that makes no sense. While we sleep, we're supposed to be healing.
That's true.
So if I'm gonna do like a fast until 3 or 4 o'clock, then I'm gonna break my fast with maybe some almond milk
Mm,
or a herbal tea or something like that. But food should not be consumed after 3 p.m. unless somebody's working nights.
okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
shift my fast then.
Yeah, it's okay. But it's harder to have breakfast
Yeah.
because then that makes us, you know, it gets metabolism going, but that's what it should do. But it's almost better, Angie, if you just fast. Well, you can't fast for full 40 days, but yeah, it would be better if you did like a breakfast and fasted for lunch and dinner. That would be ideal.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to shift. I'll have to talk to
Yeah,
God.
it's a mind shift. But anyway,
Because I know for me, I eat more in the morning. So, and then it's hard to turn off that.
yeah, it's hard to turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just let you pray about that one. Maybe you just keep to your 3 p.m. until you're ready.
Till then. Yeah. I think it's also important to not only know when to eat, how much to eat, and what to eat. I think those three things are paramount. But it's also important to realize that that's healing, right?
Yeah.
Is this business a healing ministry for you? Like, how is this affecting people at large? Like,
It's funny because my one of my daughters runs our marketing team, and she sent me all these marketing questions. And the first question is this a business? The second question, is this a ministry? The
oh,
third question, is this a business and a ministry? Is that even possible?
yeah, I don't
And
see what.
I call ourselves a center of influence because that's kind of the nickname in the some of the Christian world. So our audience is the community. I don't have a Christian audience. I don't have a Muslim audience, nor do I have an atheist audience. It's whoever wants some healing. But we offer free Bible study. I mean, Bible study should always be free, but we offer Bible study every Sunday at 6:30. We do an online Bible study for anybody that wants to come in. We also have a group devotional on WhatsApp. I write a devotional every morning, and that goes on WhatsApp. We have over 100 people in our audience. We, when we do a program with somebody, we are going to pray, offer to pray with them at the end of the consultation. I won't do a consultation unless I offer a word of prayer for them. And every Wednesday, I do fast and pray for our clients. So we are a business. We're not a not-for-profit organization, but I do believe that as I was trained to be, I'm a medical missionary before I'm a paid nutritionist. So we also have a members assistance fund that if somebody can't afford a consultation, as long as we can, we will find some help for you so that you can still get maybe not the juices, but maybe we'll show you how to do the juices on your own to save money. So there's no way I can see a suffering soul that's in pain or that has a health condition that I know how to fix.
Mhm,
And I won't offer that to you because you can't afford it. No way.
mhm,
I'm a missionary first. Yeah. So that's why almost every Thursday we offer free sessions.
mhm,
We do free online sessions of information. We have a video on our website that gives a plethora of free information.
mhm.
And so we are constantly trying to give as much for free, but of course, I've got a staff of 10, sometimes 15, depending how busy it is. We've got a full store to run and a full show that must go on every day. So, there is cost for the program, but health is the greatest blessing and worth the investment.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. I'm blown away. I didn't know you did all this stuff. I know you have a store and you've got, clients but I didn't know you did the Bible study. You have the WhatsApp group. You pray and fast once a week on Wednesdays, and then medical missionary, the fund help. I mean, like, wow, you're blowing my mind here. And I think it's amazing that this really is a full-fledged ministry and business. That's how I see it. Um,
Yeah.
and it's important because the ministry also needs money, right? So, right? So it's very good that this ministry is helping in so many areas. It's like it seems to me there's nothing that hasn't been thought of or not touched, right? Is
Yeah, we even do the retreats, right? So if you can afford it, we'll take you away to Muskoka, 4 days, 7 days,
yeah,
and it's an educational retreat as well as a healing one. So yes, you get the saunas and the cold plunges and all of that wonderful stuff, and all your organic food is made for you. But we take you in the kitchen and teach you. We show you how to do the natural remedies as we apply them to you. So I really believe in education, and I don't want you to leave the retreat to say, I won't know how to do this when I get home. I'm gonna make sure you know how to do it and you still follow it. So we do that. And
right.
we do community expos where hundreds of people will come in at a time, and they get the information that way. So we try to meet you wherever you're at. You have a lot of money to spend? Great. Come to the retreat, buy the juices, and have a nutritionist monitor you for 2 months. You have no money, honey? No problem. Let's do a consultation, and I will send you as much information as I can by email.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So basically, I think what's important is that these retreats, are they once a year, twice a year, for couples, for singles? Like, do you have special types of retreats?
Yeah, that's a great question. So right now we use the Windermere Resort in Muskoka. Beautiful, beautiful venue, and it's wonderful. It's right on Lake Russell, and wonderful outside barrel saunas. Throw you in the cold plunge after, heating you up each morning. You get a cold pressed juice every morning. Fresh organic meals that are all fresh food. It's wonderful. So we have 4 days, 7 day, and 10 days, and we run them November, February, March, and April. So they only run in the off season. That resort is very busy during the summer and spring months. And we always run early bird specials until about 3 weeks before the retreat. We have one going on right now in the first week of November, a 7 day or a 4 day, and it's such an amazing experience. You leave with whatever issues you have. You leave changed. You leave changed, relaxed. It's not overscheduled. It's also spiritual. We do morning and evening devotionals. We have a Sabbath together. But I'll tell you, couples are welcome, singles are welcome. Two friends, two sisters can share a room, or two brothers if they want to. So you could choose to have a little bit of a less cost by shared accommodations and have two separate beds, or you can come as a couple, or you can come as a single person. So, and we try to offer all levels of, discounting that is able, but it's very affordable. For $1,500 with our early bird special, you can get a 4 day retreat that includes your full accommodations plus your meals and all the amenities. And there's a lot there at the resort.
Oh, it sounds delightful right about now.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I could imagine it's still fallish and
Yeah.
too cold, good for a nice nature walk.
Oh, we go for 3 walks a day.
Oh my, think
We put everybody in the sauna at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and
that.
we get so hot that you can't stand it in there. And then we put everybody, let's go, cold plunge, one after the other. It's amazing. You're just like, oh, I'm so invigorated.
I
Come back for breakfast, fully prepared for you, and it's phenomenal.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, just thinking about it. Yeah, that's a good wake up. A good wake up. And it's so good to be back in nature,
Yes,
smell the fresh air out of the city,
100%.
country, the leaves, the just the whole ambiance of nature, the greenery, the walks, the sunlight that we so need. That's one of the health laws. And you're getting all three at one time. You're getting the exercise, the sunlight, and the fresh air. And I think it's so important that we integrate the health laws in our life, right? And so talk a little bit about the expo. There's an expo coming up next week, I think, or
Yeah, October 20th. So we do two big expos every year because we also believe, and that's part of even our retreats, that social aspect and connecting with people in person is so important. And so at the expo, we get human beings together. So in May, we have a plant-based expo. There's over 40 vendors. Last year, there was almost 50, and this year there'll be even more. But these are businesses that have plant-based products, some plant-based products, and in our community. And so it's just open to everybody, free samples, food's amazing. The atmosphere is just incredible. So that happens every May. And then every October, we have a Healthy Home Expo where we are taking children and youth and adults. We're teaching them how to change a car tire, how to check the oil, how to knit and crochet, how to budget, doing your finances, entrepreneurial skills. We take the young kids into the kitchen. We teach them how to cook. It is incredible. We're making them accountable, responsible, organized. And it's only $5 a ticket. Kids 12 and under are free. Plant-based lunch is available. Kids 12 and under, your meals are free. So that's happening in Pickering. You can get, just put in Energy Shack, Juicebar, or Healthy Home Expo on Eventbrite, and you can get your tickets.
Awesome, awesome. I'll also put the link down below for those who
Perfect.
video. They'll have a link to the Eventbrite. They'll have a link to your website and all your handles. I'm so excited. I am coming next week, and I'm coming.
Yes.
I'm tagging my daughter along. We're going.
Yeah, it'll be good. Entrepreneurial skills will be there. And like, so the 14 or the 9 to 14-year-olds are on one side of the gym doing their thing, and the 15 to 29-year-olds, they're getting seminars for their age group.
Okay, good. So she'll be in that, and I'm sure there's one for me as well.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward for that. This is going to be exciting. So I'm just telling you guys, you got to be there, my peeps. Those of you who know me and are living not too far. Pickering is not far for those of you who are in Toronto. And just grab a whole bunch of people, fill the car, and go. Okay,
Yeah.
go. And if you've been there before, invite. We're going to send the invite out. We really want a full house, right? And
Yeah.
it's important because
Yeah, and tickets in advance are $5. It's $10 at the door. So even if you don't get them in advance, it's not a wallet breaker.
right, exactly, absolutely. This business is an all-rounder. It is, you thought of everything. You've grown so much over the past 10 years. And the fact that you help people with diabetes, high blood pressure, and those are like top twos. I'm not sure if you mentioned cancer, but
Yeah.
oh, you do? Okay, good, because that's also a biggie. Arthritis is a biggie,
Yes.
especially old.
Joint pain, boy, I can tell you in a second why you've got joint pain. I just, I need about like 30 seconds with you.
Oh, really?
How
Oh,
you
wow.
particularly, I mean, with a client.
Yeah. Oh, that's good because a lot of people don't get that diagnosis in 30 seconds. So the fact that you could do
Yeah.
it in 30 seconds, I know for me, I used to have a sciatic nerve, and praise the Lord, it's gone. I had to change my mattress. That was really the problem. It was my mattress.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
um, when you get a revelation, God will let you know. And so digestive issues is really the food we eat, a lot of it is.
Yeah,
So it's
100%.
good that you deal with almost all aspects of disease, and that you put spirituality into it through your
Yeah.
Bible study, through your prayers, and so it's a holistic center. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yes, I'm a certified holistic nutritionist. So you could come to me with 5 issues. I'm not going to say, okay, well, we're going to work on blood pressure now and kidneys later. I don't have this goes to this and this goes to that. I don't work that way. I have to look at everything on a holistic basis. So, I mean, it's huge. I'm working with a client right now. We've seen leaps and bounds in his health changes, but there's a couple things that aren't fixing. And he's like, do you want to see my blood work again? Is there a supplement? I said, friend, you're not sleeping. You keep going to bed late every night. Like
Right.
one thing out messes everything.
That's
Like
right.
if we can just
Yeah.
get you to go to sleep,
Right.
blood pressure goes down. So, I mean, it's great. You're eating well and you're exercising, but It's a holistic, and that's what we teach is the full lifestyle and how to do it realistically
Right.
with your crazy or not crazy schedule.
Right. Yeah, and that's true because a lot of us are not getting enough sun. I know those in Canada may not be,
Yes,
because especially winter and everything. And so I know for sure during winter, I make sure I get my vitamin D3 drops, so that really helps me. And I find that we need to check this as well. There's a lot of things we need to check on a regular basis, but once you get the doctor diagnosis, go to Carolyn.
yes. And I can read blood work. So yes, if
Okay,
you're comfortable, send me your blood work. I'll be able to go a little deeper and look
good.
really
Right.
deep into everything.
Okay, good. Because a lot of people get a diagnosis and then like, now what, right? So it's
Yes,
good. It's important that find a center like her. And I'm glad that you do treat people outside of Canada through Zoom.
100%.
Yeah, and so if you live in the United States or some
Doesn't
island,
matter.
or it doesn't matter, Australia or or even the North Pole, as long as you got internet, as long as you got Zoom, Zoom on, right? Zoom on.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I just wanted to say that thank you for giving us all this information. There's a couple of events coming up. Tomorrow I will be seeing people on this.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to see, it's kind of glary, but this women's health, I'll put the link to that. If women, if you need to get some real good inspiration, sign up tonight,
Yeah.
or tomorrow morning, and you're going to learn about the top foods every woman should be eating. Okay. And yeah, I need to hear that one. And then you're going to hear me talking about self-care because we really need to take care of our minds, our bodies, our soul, everything, every aspect of us. We need to have self-care. So come on tomorrow, ladies. Let's have
Yes,
a
that's
full house.
tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. So Thursday, 7:30 p.m. And it's free, but you do need to sign up on Eventbrite and then you'll get the link.
Exactly, exactly. And that's Eastern Standard Time, so check
Yes.
the time zone where you're at. And then the next one is next week. So we got two exciting things. This is the Healthy Home Expo
Home
that you
Expo.
did talk about. We'll give you a link to that as well. And can people view it online or is it just in person?
No, the Healthy Home Expo is in person only.
Okay.
Our event, our seminars, we have a men's seminar coming on October 17th, the next Thursday. So those seminars are always online, but this Healthy Home Expo,
Okay.
one time a year. If you've got any children between ages 9 to 29, you will want to be there. And if
Good.
you don't have kids, just be there so you can get the information
Grab a
to
kid.
share with
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And there's great food and good social aspects.
Of course.
So,
Of course, absolutely. So this has been wonderful. Can you give us an encouragement that will just send us off?
yeah, absolutely. So, you know what? As I said, health is the greatest of all human blessings. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, how many people you have around you that love you, how successful you feel you are in any area of your life. If you don't feel good, nothing matters. Nothing matters. You don't have the energy. If any of your body parts are constantly talking to you, your knees, your hips, your shoulder, your back, your tummy, your head, like that's not normal. Stop suffering alone.
Mhm.
So, whether or not, if you really can't afford anything, go on the Energy Shack website, www.energyshackjuicebar.com. Watch my free video. If you can afford it, take advantage of that $49 consultation. Just send an email or go on site and book it and just mention Angie Edwards and her podcast, and you will get that for 49 instead of 110. And let me help you on the road to healing. Like, stop suffering, stop living in this place where you feel this is your lot in life. It is not normal to not have energy, to not wake up ready to take on the day, and to have, as I said, any of your body parts speaking to you. That's not normal, no matter how old you are. You are not too broken to fix.
Amen.
Please get in touch with me, and I promise to help you as best as I can on the road to healing.
Amen. That was a good message. I'm filled. I'm already done. I don't need to eat anymore.
Signed up, ready for detox. Angie's first in line.
Exactly. So I want to thank you so much, folks. $60 savings. That's a lot of money. You want to
Mhm.
grab this, okay? Because this is definitely something for you. Send this video to 10 people, 20 people, all the ladies, aunties, moms, grandmas, right?
Yeah,
Siblings,
we're working with
friends.
so many men with erectile dysfunction and prostate issues, and it's so fixable.
Wow.
Stop suffering.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a private call, just me and you. You can tell me all your PP problems. It doesn't matter.
Amen. 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 I like that. So no shame, okay? There's no shame
No
here.
shame and there's zero judgment. Been there,
Good,
done that. I
good.
mean, I've been on this journey for a long time myself. Been
Wow.
on it since 17. I haven't been perfect at it, so there's no shame and no judgment.
Good. And I'm glad that you can just, tackle anyone with anything. So, folks, please send this to everybody. Send
Mhm.
it to 50 people. Okay. I know you've got 50 people on your WhatsApp. You really do. Okay. I know I have way more than that. But just send it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry you know. As long as they're breathing, send it to them. And then that way they can get the healing they need.
Yes.
She has answers that they need. And so, why not share the love for everyone? And you too, sign up and get this savings that is really phenomenal. It's less than half price. You can't lose. You really can't lose. Do it today. Get her line all booked up for the next 3 months, right up till Christmas. Let's just get it booked up so that she can actually say, you know what? I really don't have space till January. So that's what we want.
Can I just say that Angie is not making a commission? She is
It's
blowing
not,
us up and she's not making a commission. Might
huh?
end up needing to throw a free detox in there or something, but
I'll
yeah,
take
no, I think the truth is that even if you don't have that $49, you know that I'm not going to refuse your help.
it.
So this message is just really stop suffering alone. Stop
Right,
suffering when it just takes one phone call, one WhatsApp.
right.
Yeah, there's no reason why you should allow your health issues to plague you unless you're happy being a victim of health issues. Nobody is.
I hope not. I hope not. Exactly. So this has been epic. Thank you, Caroline Nichol, for having us here. Thank you for telling us about nutrition, health, wellness, everything, and just being the person that you are, committed to the call, committed to health, committed to healing and wholeness. Thank you for obeying the voice and doing what most people don't do, which is something challenging, opening up a shop and
Mhm.
having the retreats, having the expos, and having all that you have is really is obedience. And I just want to thank you that Energy Shack Juice Bar has been gracious enough to take their time out to spend time with us here at Serving Purpose Podcast. So this is your girl, Angeline Edwards, and we hope to see you soon on the next episode.